Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly Shop My Stash. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you so much for taking some time out to join me. So we're just going to do a rundown of the products that I had in last week, and we're just going to see whether I'm going to keep them in for another week or whether we're going to put them back into the collection. Let's start off with powders. So we've got the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and it's no secret, excuse the pun, that I really don't like this, but I'm almost tempted to keep it in for another week just because I'm really getting down to it now. So let's keep this one in for another week. Then we've got the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. Really like this, but I want to give something else a chance, so we're going to put this back in the collection. We've got a primer that I want to finish off. Really getting down to this as well, so that stays in. Then we've got this Revolution Glow Beam Dream Face and Body Illuminating Primer. Phew, that is a mouthful. This is really nice. I really like it. That can go back. Right, powders. So this one stays in. It's the MUA Skin Define Hydro Powder Project Pan. Wet n Wild Colour Icon Bronzer. This one is going to be staying in. I don't know whether I'm going to keep it in for the foreseeable and unofficial Project Pan it, because I absolutely adore it, or just keep it in for a few more weeks. Right, so I didn't use this one. I'm going to keep this one in and just pull a loose powder. So it's the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, so we'll keep that in. Then we've got a Project Pan concealer, which again I don't like. We'll talk about that more in my Project Pan update. And put them back there. Right, so I haven't used it too much, but we've got this Too Faced Bronze Peach in Toasted Peach, and I really do need to get some kind of glue, because now it's not coming out, but it comes out of the pan, so yeah, I need to get some glue for that, but we're going to put it back. We've got the NARS Orgasm, which is Project Pan, along with Too Faced blush there, that's Project Pan. The MAC Soft and Gentle is Project Pan. Again, we'll talk about them more. I honestly thought I would be decluttering this. It's the Becca Opal, and I thought it would be too dark for me. It does look really dark in the pan, but blended out onto the skin once your makeup's on, it looks really nice. It's going back into the collection. So yeah, that's all them products there. And then we've got this lip oil from Technique. Really love it. That stays in all the time. We have got some brow pencils, so that's the one from Primark that I'm currently using up. Then we've got the Makeup Gallery Slay the Brow. I really tend to go in between those. We've got the Makeup Gallery Slay the Brow Gel. These are all staying in, by the way, guys. We've got this mascara, which is unopened. It's that, whoops. We've got Primark's 3D Lash Effect. Really like it, but I've got a couple of mascaras open, so I'm not opening it up. Then we've got this brow gel from the Natural Collection. We've got this nude liner from Essie, and then I've got this Smashbox. It is eyeshadow, but when I've used all my brow pencils, I'm going to be using it as brow products, because they're the right shades for me. And then it's got this like cream shade in there for a nice like brow bone highlight. So that's that. Foundations. Right, so we used these pretty much all week consistently. So it's the Makeup Gallery Matte Me Over Long Lasting Foundation, and also the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup. So I use them together. just because this one is really light. This one is in the shade Swan, and then this one is in the shade Ivory. This one is far too dark for me, so I have to mix it with something, and this one works really well with it. It really is a good combination. I'm going to put both of them back. We've got this Rimmel BB cream. I don't think I've used it this week. I can't remember if I have, but it's really good and just stays in here. I want to use it up because I've had it a while. This Missa Perfect Cover BB cream stays in here as well. One is too big for the actual foundations, where I keep my foundations, and two, it's just here when I need it, and I've been using it a few times over summer. It's really nice. Then we have the NYX eyeshadow base. I don't like it, but I am using it up. There's still a ton of product left, so yeah, that's that. Right, then we've just got eyeshadows in here. I'm not going to go through every single one because I've gone through every single one in the past, but we do need to test them out at some point. And then in here we've got a various combination of different products. A few headbands here that I just keep in. And in here we've got, I should really test these out on camera. We've got these Charlotte Tilbury little, I don't know, little, they're like lip transfers. So I've got, doesn't tell me the shades, that's the only thing. So there's one of her kissing ones, and then two of the Matte Revolution, no, three of the Matte Revolution ones. I should try them on camera. I've had this ages since I placed my last order, so I really should try them. But yeah guys, that's everything. We're not putting a huge lot back, it's just these. These are going back from my everyday makeup drawer, but I'm going to take you over now to my set of acrylics, and then we're going to put some things back from there as well, and then we can go and shop my stash for the week. Right, so let's start off in this top acrylic drawer. So this is where I keep my eyeshadow palettes. Let's move the tripod back just a touch. Right, so this is obviously my Too Faced chocolate bar. So this is my Pan That eyeshadow palette in 2020. I've made some significant progress on it. I'm quite happy with it. I know I'm not going to pan the 6 eyeshadows that I've chosen, just because obviously I'm using other eyeshadow palettes, I'm testing other eyeshadow palettes, so I can't dedicate the time to it that it needs, but I am going to try my best like to hit pan on at least 2 maybe. So that would stop recording somewhere. I was just saying how much I like the Too Faced chocolate bar, and it's a great neutrals eyeshadow palette. So then I did a look with this to get ready with me using Shop My Stash products and this Deck of Scarlet palette. This is by Deck of Scarlet and Kristen Leanne. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well, the eyeshadows are. The face products just don't work for me, guys. So I did this look yesterday. It's not on the channel as of yet, but by the time the Shop My Stash goes up, it will be, so I will link it. This shade here is just absolutely stunning, and this shade is as well. So that one's called Limoncello, that one's called Tan Lines. I don't much care for this black shade here, Onks. I don't much care for Moonstone as an actual blush. It doesn't suit me with my pale skin tone, so what I tend to do is use that as a crease shade. And then this Bad Behaviour highlight, it doesn't work for me, I'm just too fair for it, so it probably would make a really nice rose gold eyeshadow, which I'm going to try at some point, but for now it's going to go back into the collection. Right, and then we had the Kevyn Aucoin Dual Pop eyeshadow palette. So I did a look with this first because I was just so excited about finding this Kevyn Aucoin eyeshadow palette at TK Maxx. I only paid £9.99 for it, and you do get quite a lot of products for the price, for $9.99 that is, not $60. I think it retailed for like either $50 or $60. in the US when it was first released, I think last year. So you get all these eyeshadows, and you know, some are more chunky than others, I will give it that. This one especially, Citrine, has got a lot of glitter in it. I did want to do a look with emerald, which I will do at some point as well, but I'm going to put it back in the collection for now. I really do like rose quartz and sculpting medium powder, really like those. What I tend to do with this blush is go in with a really small blush brush into the mauve side first, and then go in with the highlighter side as a blush topper, and it looks so pretty. I did that in the video, so I will link it so you can go and check it out if you've not already done so. So that's that one. And then the last palette that we had in here, because I was using it for 5 days straight, is the Profusion Festival palette. It's absolutely stunning, guys. I have done 5 looks with it. They're not going to be going up on the channel probably for about another week or two, just because I've got other videos that need to go up first that I've been wanting to put up for such a long time. But what I am going to do is do a blue look with these, because I've not used these yet, and it's a dedicated video to someone special. So yeah, I'm going to be using them next week, so I'm really looking forward to filming that. So yeah, it's going to stay in for another week is basically what I'm going to say. It's pointless me putting it back into my eyeshadow palette collection and then having to get it out again. Next row down, so we've got this Bleach London palette that has my Tarte blushes in from various different palettes, and my Primark blushes in here. That one is sorry, highlighters, not blushers. That one here is a more of a blush topper on me, so that's what I use it for. And then we've got these Revolution highlights that I recently got from TK Maxx when I got the Kevyn Aucoin palette. Not a lover of them, so I've just done some swatches. So these are in there. They're just not that pigmented. They're looking a lot more pigmented than what they are now because the light is on them. But yeah, we're going to put that back in the collection and choose something else. We've got the Revolution and Imagination highlight to the Moon palette, what's in Project Pan. I've made quite a bit of progress there. We've got the Primark PS Bronze and Highlighting Glow. I've not used this in such a long time. I really need to use it again. I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week, that I'm just going to make a conscious effort. Then we've got the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow. This one is going back. It's been in the drawers now for 2 weeks. I think that's long enough. I did use it once or twice this week as well. And then in this bottom drawer is just a few Project Pan things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put everything back. What we're going to do this week, guys, I've spoke about it in a few different videos, is I'm not going to choose the makeup, only the new products that I've got. Pretty Random's going to choose it for me. So the title of the video is going to be Pretty Random Chooses My Makeup. I just thought that would be quite fun to do it. I mean, it could pull some horrific products out, but we're just going to see what it pulls out for us and have fun with it. So yeah, let me just go and put these products back, and I'll see you soon. Right, so let's get started. I don't know what it's going to pull for me, so this is what the Pretty Random site looks like. Not site, but obviously app. So let's go into the first drawer. So I am going to pull some foundation. We're going to do a proper Shop My Stash today. Normally I wouldn't bother with foundation or sometimes primers even. Let's pull primers. Let me count them and see how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if it pulls something I've used in the last couple of weeks, I'm going to randomise it again. Right, so we're randomising it. Oh, why am I doing that? I've not put a minimum in. Right, so minimum 1, maximum 10. 10 primers, guys. I've barely got any foundations, but 10 primers. Right, so it's telling me 8, so that's going to be near the bottom. So it's going to be the Laura Geller Spackle Hydrating Moisturising Under Makeup Primer. I can definitely live with that. So that's that. Right, foundations, how many have we got? I know I've got 2 the same, so I need to be mindful of that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's do this. 1, and the minimum is, and the maximum is 8, sorry. Randomise. Right, so it's telling me to choose the first one, and I've not used this one in a while. It's the Wet n Wild, but it's just a normal one. So yeah, let's pull that. I'm gonna put this tripod up a tiny bit because I don't think I'm in focus. Right, so primer, foundation, now we've got powders. I don't want to use a compact, so I just need to count out the powders, the loose powders that I've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 7 loose powders, and I don't need to pull a under eye setting powder just because I'm keeping the Laura Mercier one in. So let's see what it pulls for us. Number 2. Right, so number 2 is this one. So this is the Revolution Peach Scented Baking Powder. I've got this. I put this in this little NYX tub, so I'm going to pull that one instead, but it does have the Revolution powder in there, just because I do want to eventually get rid of this big bulky tub. There's no need for it, it's too bulky. So that's that. Right, are we going to pull any concealer? I really want to use that Rimmel one up, but for the sake of the video where I'm randomising my entire makeup collection, I think we should pull 1. Right, so we've got 2, 3, 4. We've only got 4 concealers in there. Right, so it's telling me to pull number 2. So 1, 2. I've not used this in a long time. It's the Essence Camouflage Full Coverage Concealer, so we're pulling that. Then we've got glowy products. Right, so I'm not going to do Pretty Random for that, just purely because I recently got this from TK Maxx and I want to test it. So it's the L'Oreal True Match Highlighter, and you can use it as a primer or just a highlighter, and I'll probably just use it as a highlighter for under my foundation, because this one isn't dewy. This one's just a normal version of the Wet n Wild foundation. And the next thing is bronzers. So let's see how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we've got 16 bronzers. Didn't realise I had quite so many. Randomise it. 12. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, I did want to try this anyway. So this one is the Physicians Formula Sexy Booster Bronzer. It's kind of a glowy bronzer, so I am going to be pulling a matte bronzer as well. Just purely because I want it. So I'm going to pull this Cargo one because it's pretty light, and then I can use them both in conjunction with each other. It's just the Cargo matte bronzer. Right, and then we do have like palettes here, but I don't think I want any of those. Let's go down to the next drawer, and do I want a palette, or I don't know if I want a palette or some blush singles. I think we'll just pull out a blush palette. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blush palettes there. And then what have we got in here? Not an awful lot, to be honest, for blush palettes. So 9. Sorry, I'll just leave that open so you can actually see in there. Right, so it's telling me the last one. We've used the last one. That was the magnetic palette with all the Tarte blushes, so I'm not going to be using that again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the one I wanted to use last week anyway, so pretty happy about that. It's the Smashbox, and it has the blushes in it, and it has a bronzer in it as well. I'm just wondering whether tonight we'll put the cargo bronzer back, because we don't need that now. Highlighters. Right, so for sure I want to use this one. This one is a new highlighter in my collection. It's the X Exposure highlighter from Revolution Beauty, and it's in the shade Reactive, so we will be testing that this week. And then I do want to pull a couple more highlighters. So let's just count how many highlighters I've got. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 single highlighters. Where's my phone? Here it is. So let's see what it brings out. 21. So let me just go through them again. Okay, so the highlighter is telling me to use is the Colourpop Stoller Show. So we're going to be using that one as well. Let's randomise it again for another highlighter. I do like to have at least 3 highlighters in, just because I love highlighter. 15. Right, so let's get that one. Right, so I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about this one, purely because it's one of the ones from Poundland, and I don't think the pigmentation's that good on it. So we're going to be trying it anyway, and if I don't like it, I'll declutter it. So we've got 3 highlighters now. That's more than enough for the week. Right, and I think the rest are products that I'm picking out, eyeshadow palettes and whatnot. So let me just go and check. Right, so we're here, and we're going to be using this eyeshadow palette for the remainder of the week, really, for at least 5 days. So it's the Wet n Wild and Bretman Rock collaboration. It is absolutely beautiful. So I've been asked if I can do a look with this purple shade here. It's called Feline Myself, and that is the first look that I'm going to create. So yeah, I've been asked to do that. Sorry, I'm really out of frame there, sorry about that. If you look at these, obviously the colour story in this palette, and you want me to do a particular look, just please contact me in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to do what you suggest. But yeah, otherwise I'll just do looks that I actually think might look good. But this is the Jungle Rock palette, and it is absolutely beautiful. So far I've only done a look with the greens, and I really did like that. So I used, obviously, Coconut Connoisseur, I'm out of frame again, Coconut Connoisseur all over the lid. Then I used Anaconda. I used Venomous, and I used Big Peacock Energy. If you want to see that look, go to my Get Ready With Me. I keep saying Get Ready With Me, it's not called a Get Ready With Me, it's called A Full Face of Almost Wet n Wild products. I will link it, and you'll be able to see how I created that look. But I want to use that, but I also want to use this. Summer is almost over, and I got this in Primark a few weeks back now. It's the Peachy palette, and I've not used it, and obviously it's a great palette for summer. It just looks like that. And I do want to do a couple of looks with it. It really is a pretty palette, so we're going to be concentrating on those two palettes for the upcoming week. I don't think I should pull another eyeshadow palette just because I don't think I'd get through it. There are a couple of W7 ones that I'd really like to use. This one I got a few days ago. It's the W7 Violet Lights. It's so pretty, but I think I'm going to have to wait and use this next week. And then we've got this one, which I've had a while, but when I say a while, probably about a week or two. The W7 Wild Eyes eyeshadow palette, which is so pretty. But yeah, we won't be using them. Getting quite the collection now of W7 palettes. Right, so what we're going to do now, since Pretty Random's picked the majority of the products for us, we're going to put everything back, and that's the end of the video, guys. Right, so we're going to start off by putting the palettes in this acrylic system here. So again, we've got, I need to put you back a little bit. Again, we've got the Bretman Rock palette, so that's going there. I can't wait to do some looks with that. I might do a look with this today, this peachy one, because I've been wanting to see how that looks on the eyes for quite a while. Well, when I say quite a while, a couple of weeks. So that's that. Right, so we've got the face palette that goes in the second drawer down, and then everything else goes into my everyday makeup drawer, so let's go over there. Okay, so let's put everything back. So primer, foundation, illuminator, powder, concealer, and highlighters. And guys, that's it. That really is it. It feels like it's been a really quick Shop My Stash this time, but that's all down to Pretty Random. So we're going to see how we get on with these products. And you know, the only things I've really chosen are this highlight. I chose the two palettes, didn't I? And that's it. The rest is what Pretty Random's chosen for us. So we're going to see how that goes, and I'll give you an update next week. I'm really excited to play with all the products. I just thought I would do a different take on my weekly Shop My Stash. Instead of me choosing the products, I thought I'd let Pretty Random do it for me. Let's see how we get on with it, and I'll give you an update next week. Thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot that you've taken some time out of your day. Please like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.